Hi everyone! This video is going to be about two styles of eyebrows, the Instagram way and the natural way. People are constantly coming up with new brow trends, new kind of shapes, techniques, things to try on your brows. But in this video, we're going to discuss the Instagram brow and the natural brow and kind of look at the differences between those two. So there's obviously a really huge difference between a brow that you create for real life and just wear it out on the streets, or a brow that you create just to take a picture or sit behind a camera. That's a really huge difference that you see. And that is kind of why the Instagram brow is called the Instagram brow, because a lot of people that do makeup on Instagram or just models on Instagram, they have this Instagram brow. It's kind of seen as the perfect brow on Instagram and on social media and things like that. So we'll start with the Instagram brow. It's usually quite a dark brow that consists out of just one color, and it's just really filled with that one color and stands out, really frames the face, is really prominent in the face. It usually has this really pointy end, and then in the front it kind of fades out. As far as hairs, you can't really see a lot of hairs going on, especially when they're really dark. But that's okay, because the whole Instagram brow is kind of about creating your own shape, creating a different shape, creating the shape that you want. And it doesn't matter if you've got hairs where you want your eyebrow to be. You just draw it on, fill it in, and you're good to go. Then on the other hand, the natural brow is something completely different. You do work with your own shape that you have. You can kind of enhance it in a few ways, but just the shape that you have, whether it's thick or thin, very curvy or very straight, it doesn't matter, but you're gonna work with it because the hairs are gonna be really visible. It's a technique that I've shown in a previous video where you kind of draw on little hair-like strokes. Using just a thin brush and going in hair-like strokes, you're gonna create the illusion that you've got hairs somewhere where you don't really actually have hairs, but makeup's that great. So the color is usually not that prominent because it's gonna look a lot like your natural hair color, just because you're using those hairs. You want it to look as natural as possible, and you can't really go super dark or super light because it's gonna stand out that it's not natural anymore, which means you need to kind of leave a little bit of space between your hair like strokes, or even just between your real hairs. So it's gonna be a combination of your eyebrow color and just your skin color that's kind of going to show through and just make up the brow. It's pretty obvious that the pointy end isn't going to be here just because no one has that much of a pointy end at their eyebrows. It's just going to be like wherever your hairs end, or if you want to extend it, you can kind of do these hair like strokes, but it's never going to be as pointy because it's just going to be hairs, you know. And then in the front, there's kind of going to be this difference in density instead of fading out, because you're working with hair. Hair cannot really fade out. You can just make a difference with the density where your full eyebrow is a lot more dense, and then more towards the middle you get it less dense and just don't apply that many strokes. So key here is that your hairs are going to be visible. You can kind of enhance them with a little bit of eyebrow gel or even a mascara if your hair is dark enough for that, to really make those stand out and really make it look like you actually have an eyebrow and there's no makeup on there, and that is just your natural shape, your natural eyebrow, and that you just woke up like that in the morning. So that's basically the difference between those two very contrasting kinds of eyebrows. Like I said, a lot of people on Instagram kind of tend to go towards that Instagram brow, and a lot of people in the real world tend to go a lot more towards the natural brow. But you can definitely make a combination of those two and get your natural brows kind of filled in, draw hair like strokes. You don't have to choose between the two. You can kind of combine them and see what works for you, see what you like, see what fits your face, and whatever you prefer. At the end of the day, makeup's just about exploring things that you like. You could draw on a different shape or a different kind of eyebrow every single day, it doesn't matter. So that's it for these two kinds of eyebrows. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!